Entrepreneurship, I think there's a bit of a stalemate at this time. So you have people getting into business and quite a number of people leaving the business scene. So it's almost a stalemate. The question will be those who are coming in, what are they coming in for? And what are they seeing? What outlook are they seeing that is encouraging them to come in? And those that are leaving, what is it that is making them to drop off the scene? So some of the small manufacturers that we're working with are having problems with replacing parts. Importing those parts are expensive. Because if I bought something at $1,000, right now I can't replace them at the same, even if it's still $1,000, my Naira is no longer strong enough. If I bought it at 500, right now I'm going to have to buy it at 1,000 something. So that becomes a challenge. You know, maintenance becomes a challenge. So one thing is getting into business. The other thing is maintaining the business. So those who are falling out because of maintenance costs. And maintenance is not just equipment. Now you're having to maintain stuff. You're having to maintain the infrastructure.
Do you have data to back up the stalemate?
I would work with we currently have about 200 MSMEs on a particular program that we're working with. We call it a study. And study is supposed to, what study is doing is building capacity. Study, yes. So it's supposed to build capacity for export, right? Of the 200 of them, 150 of them are strictly into commodities. So they're from farm to table, which should be easy because you know that your inputs are, it's something that you get literally, we can say, from your backyard, right? But they are having challenges. And we started asking, okay, what kind of challenge, what is causing these challenges? We found two major things. One was energy poverty, right? So energy poverty from host communities was causing an interaction with the environment. People are now destroying the environment in the name of trying to survive. So people are cutting down trees. People are going into farms to even do harvests on your farm when you're not there. So that, and when
harvest for firewood.
Yeah, they harvest for firewood. And most of these people that we're working with are working economic trees. So they're doing neem, they're doing moringa, they're doing shea, and the trees are the primary source of the inputs that we're developing. So that is already in danger.
Compromised. Yeah.
That's already compromised. Now, those who are harvesting it because they have economic challenges, they have power challenges. So you need to deal with that. And that's affecting the system. So what's happening in the ecosystem is that it's not isolated. We have to start looking at business owners as Nigerians. And this Nigerian in totality, what challenges are they having? What challenges are they having? So the business space is no longer, you can't isolate business from life, so to say, as we used to have work-life balance. This is now looking at this person as the entirety of their lives, what is affecting them. So when someone is not able to afford power and has to cut the tree that generates your revenues, then you know that you're in trouble. You know that you're in trouble. So you have to deal with that. We were supported by the UNDP small grants program, the Global Environment Facility small grants program, small grants project that is promoted by the UNDP. And what it helped us do was provide 200 households with small gas cylinders for starters and training. So, okay, look, don't burn trees, use the cylinders. And if you do that, we incorporated them into the production cycle, into the value chain. We said, okay, you know what? Be part of those who are protecting the trees and harvesting, so you earn from it. So converting that challenge into a benefit for them, right? In doing so, what we found is that we were able to, over a 12-month period, we're able to reduce tree felling because we also counted the trees. We invested a bit in mapping the area, counting the trees to see the number of trees they had, about 216,000 trees in a 1,600 hectare space. And over the rate of the felling of the trees was reduced. We saw about 95% tree felling within that space, which is significant if you ask me, for a place that relies or used to rely heavily on tree felling. So what that means is that the harvest for the economic trees is going to be sustained. It's not going to be reduced, and then we can now keep the people in business. So if today I come into a business space and I can get my primary source of my primary materials, tomorrow I can't get it, becomes an issue. You need to deal with it. And that's from dealing with a whole person and no longer separating business from work. That's one of the major things.